All right, everybody, welcome into our Wednesday webinar talking about subdividing, and more importantly, not talking about how to find subdivides, talking about how to make the most money on potential subdivides. I think this can bring value not only with subdivides, just when you're looking at any land deal, like getting the most value from land deal or from any land deal that you're buying. We're going to talk a lot about that. Dan, how you doing?
Good. Welcome back, guys. Excited to be here. My favorite topic, subdividing. One of the things, guys, this is just so good in this business model is because you guys have leads coming in and a lot of them qualify for subdividing without even targeting them. That's why I love this. It just like adds exponential amounts of profit to your business that you're already doing. And I know a lot of you guys probably are subdividing, but a lot not. So we're going to talk all things subdivide tonight.
A lot of keys to it, so I'm excited to get into it. As you guys are coming in, let us know where you guys are joining us from, what's your location. Yeah, excited to get to this one. We got 30 minutes with you guys, going to provide as much value as possible, and we'll go from there.
I think I'm small on the screen there, Ron.
Oh, yes, you are. I didn't notice that. There we go. All right. People are joining in here, guys. We are talking about maximizing your land deals essentially today. More specifically, looking at subdivides. How do you make the most money from a subdivide? Not just, I think it's also important to not just like how to make the most, like make sure you're selling land relatively fast. When you subdivide, you don't want to be holding any of the properties without choice, unless it's your choice for a year, 2 years, 3 years. We want to be able to get rid of it as fast as possible. Simultaneously, a lot of the times. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited to go over this one. There's a lot of opportunities there. We were talking today with a couple of people talking about how we look at subdivides, some members in the community, things like that. Just some basic things to really get more profit at the end of the day. And that's what we were on like a little show yesterday, I guess you call it, and doing some recording. And that's the first thing they said when we pulled up to a property that was 42 acres. And there's just so much road frontage. They're like, could you split this? I'm like, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Yeah.
And they didn't know much about land.
They didn't know anything about land. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a logical thing, obviously, I think. Yeah, talking all about that in the chat. Let us know where you guys are joining us from, what location. We got Ben Guthrie in Dallas, Lynn Ashton, Texas, Louisiana, Lisa, Anaheim, California, Louisiana, Kentucky, Philadelphia, Minnesota, love it, Detroit, Arkansas, Vail Valley, a little bit of everything.
Mexico.
Anthony, Mike, and Kathy, welcome. So much stuff to go over, guys. If you guys haven't already, if you guys are on Land Portal, if you guys don't know what that is, don't worry about it. We'll talk some about it today. But if you guys are on Land Portal and have not joined the app or have not downloaded that, make sure you guys do that. Brand new app, changes the land business.
Yeah, just at your fingertips now. You can get calls, open up your links, open up the property, do some due diligence, skip trace call from there. One click, one button to skip trace on there. Just call the neighbors, it makes it super simple.
Yep. Chicago, San Diego. Hey, Pete. Manish, Tampa, Arkansas, New York, a little bit of everything. Again, guys, I know if you guys were here from the beginning, we've repeated this a few times. Today, we are talking about subdividing land. And more importantly, it's not about how to find the subdivides. All right, you found a subdivide or you see a property. The cool thing is, Dan, you can be looking on the market for these deals. Yeah. You found a property on the market. You think you can subdivide. How do you analyze it? How do you maximize the profit with a subdivide? It's not always like splitting 25 acres into 5 acre parcels. It's not always that simple. You got to look at the land. You got to look at the values, everything in between.
Absolutely. Excited for this one. Like I said multiple times now, it's my favorite subject because so easy, Ron. I think at the end of the day, we're going to give a lot of tips out today that it's not that much different from doing one land, like a standard land deal, but the profits are much, much different. That's why we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Hold on one second. Getting some properties up here. All right. Let's get rolling, Dan. I want to provide as much value, like I said, walking through stuff like we have a deal under contract essentially today. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously. So I'm going to share my screen here. Nice parcel. We're in, yeah, if you have questions, put them in there. I see a few questions popping in there. Can you do mailing?
I'm curious, Ron. So we get a little baseline on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most knowledge that you can have on this subject. how would you guys rate your guys' knowledge on subdividing? So if you've done subdivides and you feel very confident, you're a 5. If you're in the middle and you're kind of dabbling in it, maybe you did one a year ago, maybe whatever, maybe a 3 or 4. If you don't know much, you've never done one, but you're interested in learning because it's so profitable, you could be a 1 or 2.
Yep. I like that. 1 through 5, how confident are you in your knowledge of subdividing? 1 is nothing, barely anything, if anything. 5 is an expert, everything in between.
Yep. Love it.
1, 2, 3.5, 3, 0, 2. All right. 1 through 5. Let's get rolling here. I'm going to share my screen here, guys. If you guys have questions throughout, I have started a couple questions that we'll definitely get to. If you guys have questions throughout, please put the questions in. Let me see if I can move us so we can see a little better. Get this figured out. 0, 1, 1. So a lot of new people. Subdividing essentially, guys, is taking a big parcel, splitting it up into multiple small parcels. The reason this works and why you can make money in this and why it's easier, not easier, why you can make more money essentially is like 5 acres is going to basically 5 acres sells for way more per acre than 50 acres. So theoretically, if you have 50 acres, it's worth $5,000 per acre. And then 5 acres in that same area is worth $7,500 per acre. You improve subdividing, you improve the amount of money you can get from that deal by 50%. So instead of getting $250,000, you're going to get 375 if my math's right. So it maximizes money you can get from a deal. That's all what we're going to talk about today. All right, hold on. Is this too zoomed out, Dan?
Yeah, zoom in a little bit.
1. You gotta do one more? All right, let's do that. How's that look, guys? Hopefully that looks good. We are going to review this deal like it's our own in Rowan County. There's a spider hanging down right by my head. In Rowan County, North Carolina, we have 45 acres. Interesting thing here, Dan, we have a ton of road frontage.
Yeah, we do. A lot.
We have a ton of road frontage, double-sided road frontage. So we have road frontage here and here on this side, a lot of road frontage. As we scroll down on the features, no wet or very little wetlands, very little FEMA, very buildable. So this is really good land, but let's just go through, Dan. First, let's do show buildability. Let's see how buildable this property is. So when you are looking at a property for subdividing, one of the first things you need to think about is, okay, is any of the land defected where like these sections of land, I can't have this subdivided by itself. So in theory, if like there's one area that's really sloped, you don't want to subdivide that area and have it be by itself. We want every parcel we subdivide to have its own, a buildable area, essentially. I do want to look at this area, Dan, because I'm wondering if there's something running through it. This is a little interesting how this splits. Let's see 3D real fast. Yeah, so just a little dip. Make sure this isn't a creek or some kind of... Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so this is actually something to keep in mind. We don't want to run one parcel straight through the middle. So when we're subdividing this off, we want to be very careful as far as not having this. And by the end of this, what do we have? 20 minutes, 21 minutes. By the end of this, we should have this subdivided to make the most possible money on this deal. And we also have this creek running through this side. Yeah, we haven't seen the property yet in person, but let's try to avoid this or kind of separate this off here, Dan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very minor. Hit water features, Ron. See if it picks that up.
All right, it took show buildability. I don't, yeah, just some dashes. But it's not like, this is not going to be a crazy creek. It's just something we don't want to lay a parcel.
Probably dry most of the
We don't want to do this. Like when we're doing our parcels and we're subdividing, we don't want this. Like it's just going to be awkward. There's less buildability in the middle. We want to be careful when we kind of put parcels on both sides of that, honestly.
Yeah, good point.
All right, cool. All right, let's keep rolling here, Dan. So the land checks out pretty well. Like we have a little pond or something here. Let's say for the purpose of this, Dan, we cannot go under 3 acres. Everything else, or let's say 2.5 acres. Everything else goes on this. We have 44 acres. We are trying to get the most amount of money. What I want to do here first is look at like, okay, what's the market value of 44 acres? I'm going to open a Google Doc too.
Ron, can you drop this link, the Land Portal link, in the chat so I can pull it up and follow with you?
Yeah.
And anyone else who has Land Portal can pull it up and follow with us as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Put that in there. All right. So let's look on Zillow and let's just try to, lost my parcel. There it is. Let's try to just find market value real fast of 44 acres and we can see how much we can make off of that. I'm gonna actually keep the wetlands up there. So we are southeast. Again, we are going through this, guys, where we are trying to make the most money. We're trying to make this 44 acre tract after subdividing worth as much as possible, the steps to do that. We're somewhere in this area down here. And again, we're going to be looking at anywhere. Let's go here. We have lots of lands selected. Then let's go up to 100 and let's go 20 to 100 acres. All right. 22 for 220. A little too small to use those as comp stand. 23 for 220, 97 for 530. And I'm not trying to get an exact price. I'm trying to see if it's going to be somewhere in this 9 to 11 per acre range, I think. Here we do have 90.
What's the land portal estimate?
It's right in that range. It's about 10 grand an acre. 35. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to take too much. I'm just trying to get an estimated price so we can maximize this money. So I think it's about, let's say 8,500 an acre. This might be on the low end. 85 times 44, Dan, or just say 8,000 times 44. What's that?
350.
That's 320 plus 32, 352. Yeah, 352. So let's say the market value of 44 acres is anywhere from like 350 to 400, somewhere in that range. Again, we don't have to be exact. I just want to see how can we maximize this.
Yeah, okay, so about 10 grand an acre, but we're going to be more conservative, so we have more on that to look at.
Yeah, so remember what we said is we cannot go below 2.5 acres. But let's see, like if we make a bunch of 2.5 acre parcels, what's going to happen to our value? And can we make it with the road frontage? All right, remember we were at, let's just say $8,000 per acre. So if we're getting above $8,000 per acre after subdividing, we are making more money after subdividing essentially. So I'm just going to start writing some stuff on here. So 44 acres, 44 acres equals, let's just say 350 to 400K. All right. What'd you say, Dan?
Yeah.
That's really small. Sorry, guys.
That's market value. Yeah.
DJ Destroy, I saw your message. Yeah, we can work on that, looking for some options for that. All right. So let's look at market value just of 1, 2, 3 acres, something like that. This is an expensive area. This is a really, really good subdivide area. You guys see this, like for, even if we say you're getting $10,000 an acre for 44 acres, these small parcels, I'm going to go up to 2, Dan, so we're not getting these 1.5s. Let's go 2 to 5.
Yeah, you're 2.
But even then, Dan, 3.34 for 112, 3.51 for 140, 2.19 for 61. This is $30,000 an acre almost versus the $10,000. So
this is what I would do if I were you, just to get a better idea. So what I would do is, and what I do when we're in these situations, I copy this APN on the land portal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go to the market research.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. I think I have it copied.
This is a quick way to do it also, just to like get a visual, and then we'll confirm on Zillow.
That's a good point. All right, let's go here. Search county. We are in Rowan County. So this is a custom comp report that we can create here. Let's go to market comps here. Yeah, DJ, it's the app that restricts. Oops, that is not it. Thought I hit it. Let's go back here.
Hit the bottom in the right. Yep, click that.
All right, so all right. What are we doing here, Dan? So, okay, so I did county. Should I do, I'm going to do radius. Let's search this. Hold on. Can I check in just from here? Let's go radius and let's do any properties that are within, like, let's go 5 miles first. Do you want me to do the 44 acres first, Dan?
You can. Yeah. Well, we know the comp report's around 400. You said Zillow's around 400.
Yeah. Let's go like 35 to
about that.
50.
Go 35 to 50.
Real fast. So yeah, we have a 10,000. Hold on. It's adjusting. 10,000 right there. That's the closest comp. This was only on the market for 37 days when it sold, 1.47 miles away. Yeah, I mean, we're probably closer to 10,000 acre.
Maybe just do, yeah.
I'm going to say 400. I'm going to say 400K, Dan.
Up the radius a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your 5 miles. Hit in the top. Yeah, hit that edit and then go put like 10 or 15 even. 15 in the county is not that much space. See if we get more here. Got 2, got a 9 and a 6. Click that 6.
Looks decent. How old is it? 2023, Dan. 2023.
Yeah, and then to be even conservative, you can go countywide also or zip code run, but go countywide real quick just to see. So we're comparing multiple things here. So location, county, apply. Let's just look countywide real quick.
Just not a lot of data.
Yeah, but still 9,000. Like all of our data points are adding up.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the median at the bottom. So you got the average and median. So you got 8 and 9. So it's right with our prediction. That's what we're looking for. Obviously, there's outliers on the low and high end then, but the median and average are coming out to what we thought for 44 acres.
This is just a misread. Something's hold on, 14.5 an acre. So yeah, this is overpriced. All this stuff's overpriced. It makes sense.
This is for sale, correct? Yeah.
Yep, those are all for sale. All right, cool. So that kind of confirms what we're saying. $400,000 for 44 acres. We're in a good spot there. Like, let's look and let's say for the purpose of this, Dan. Let's say for the purpose we cannot go more than 10 parcels. Okay. So we cannot, and that's what counties are going to say. If you want to do a minor subdivide, you cannot go under 2.5 acres and you cannot split more than 10 times, let's say, for example. So we're going to keep those restrictions on there. I'm going to go 2 to 5 because the thing is, if we can get 6, I'm not going to do county here though, Dan, because we're going to have enough comps, I think. Where'd that go? The county thing disappeared.
What'd you click? Did you exit out of it?
I don't know. It's fine. All right. Let's go Rowan. Sorry about that. It's on me. All right. Rowan County, North Carolina. And let's go radius. And let's just go 5 miles. And we're going to do 2 to 5 now. Let's see what we can do here. We can make a lot of money here, guys. Like, I think 2.5 acres is going to be, let's say 44 acres. Let's say 9K an acre. 2.5 acres is going to be pretty high. Let me go and just confirm this real fast. Let's go minimum acreage. Let's go 2. Let's go maximum 3. Let's just keep it very in our kind of range here. And we can see 22, 23. Let's go last 12 months as well. So we're not getting too old of comps. Probably won't have a ton of comps with us being this close. Okay, so it is a little cheaper. This is an HOA property. This is something else. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's go a little farther away. Let's go 10 miles. Okay. All right. Now we're getting a little more in the ballpark. So we have a 25 average. We have a 17 median. Looking at these, here's one. I'm going to hide this one because we're not getting any data there. Yeah, I mean, I think 25,000 is very, very reasonable. I mean, we could even say 20,000 an acre for these 2 acres, but I think it's going to be like 22,000, 22K an acre. So what we need to do, Dan, I'm going to also do 5 acres. Let's see what we can find out for 5 acres.
Yeah, go 4 to 6 here.
Let's go 4 to 6. This is a good point using. This is a great way to use this tool, guys.
We're just checking right now if when we buy this, what was the total size? 40 acres? 44?
44, correct.
We're just making sure that when we buy our 44 for about $8,000 to $9,000 an acre is what we're seeing. Are we going to be able to sell it for more than 8,000 to 9,000? So it makes sense to subdivide it because some areas you buy 30 acres and you subdivide it and 10 acres and 5 acres is worth the same price per acre as 20, 30, 40. In really hot markets, you see that a lot. So we're just making sure there's a spread to make it worth subdividing to make more money on the back end.
So I'm seeing 18, like these 4 to 5 range. This is not a good comp. Just knowing what 2's worth. 4, 20,000 an acre. Like we're going to be up there, 18 to 20K an acre. So I'm going to say like 4 to 6. Like we're going to be right out there. So we got to find out, how do we maximize the money, guys? This is what you want to see when you're choosing areas to subdivide. Like, okay, big acres are going for not that crazy amount of money. It's still expensive. But as you get smaller acres, it is still really, really expensive. This is like 18K an acre. All right, let's start building, Dan. See how much money we can make here. Help me out as we're building this, guys. If you guys have any opinions. So I say, where should we start here, Dan? We got double-sided road frontage. Let's do this little piece. I want to see if this is 2.5 acres. I want to make 2.5 acres with this creek over here or something with it, close to it. So if we go like here, Dan, this is taking a lot of road frontage, but it also has, I don't want to say defected. Okay, let's not go that far back. Let's go here. I'm actually fix this. And the nice thing about this when you're doing this on Land Portal is you can like edit as you're going. So you can hide things. It's really the only software you can do it quite like this. We're going to get a parcel right here, 4 acres, Dan. How do you feel about that as a starting point?
That's 4. Yeah, that's a nice parcel. You have a lot of road frontage there.
Remember, we can't go under 2.5 acres.
You could do this. I mean, you're giving that 4 acre a lot of road frontage. It's fine. You can do that. You could
I think we got to fix this. Actually, I don't like this now that, yeah, I don't like it. Because what's going to be awkward. I wish
go deeper. I would go deeper and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So we're going to go, I'm going to start down here and we're start down here. We're just going to go, hold on, let's fix this so it's a little more accurate on the land. We can go there. Hopefully this gets me 2.5. We'll make it get us 2.72. There we go. I like that a lot. Really good parcel here. Big fan. I'm going to make a very similar parcel, Dan.
What are you planning on doing behind it? The other side?
Yeah, the behind is where we're getting a little awkward here. Let's keep it there for now. And like some parcels, like, okay, just like, could we take it all the way back, Dan? That's what we could do theoretically, is do these same ones and take it all the way back.
Well, draw. Yeah, do that.
Nice thing about it, it's so easy to delete things. And let's see how big this is. That's only 6 acres.
You can see your current side length too, so you see the foot.
I think we're gonna have to do it like this. Hold on. I'm gonna make this a lot.
Nice parcel. That's really nice.
I'm gonna make this closer to 5 acres here. We can make our. Oh, this is perfect. This is really good.
Maybe make that one a little wider so you don't give this other one bad road frontage.
This next one? Yeah, well, I can take it over a little more. What I was going to do, I was just going to take it over a little more.
That's what I mean. That one right there is now the middle of it's that creek.
I think we have a good spot at that north spot is what I was thinking, Dan. Like something like that where we kind of pie it off.
This is nice. Yeah, this is good. Yeah.
Now we have a lot of road frontage here. We're going to have a lot of opportunity down here to have smaller parcels. So as we're going this, like the smaller we can make them, guys, the more money we're going to make. Because you can see here, and there it's going to trickle down. 44 acres is $9,000 an acre. 2.5 acres is $22,000 an acre. We can't go under. Yeah, it is like a puzzle, 100%. We cannot go under 2.5 acres. We can't go over 10 parcels when we subdivide this out. Let's keep rolling here. We can make really small parcels here, Dan. I don't see any. One of the concerns, and we talked about this before, like it might take longer to sell if you have all the same size parcels.
It's all right though. You can combine them.
True. That is very true.
And you can list some more too. Like you could list the 6 acre and then do the 2.78 plus the 3.38, and then you just get a bunch of inbound calls and talk to them and just sell them off.
That is beautiful over there. That's good stuff. I think this one's like 3 acres. Not sure what that's 3.38. Hiding it or something. All right, let's go to the other side. Might be a little trickier. I think we're going to need a big parcel here, Dan. So we have 2 options here. I'm going to show you guys both. So you have an option here like, okay, this is a little weird, this parcel. And you can do what's called like a flag shape where you're not going to have buildable area at the front. You're not going to have enough room. This is probably too thick of a flag. And we could do something like this.
That's good.
5 acres. Like this?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I was thinking about giving enough road frontage to build here and then still adding that because I'm not going to add that much land.
Oh, giving more. I thought you were saying giving more.
Yeah, no, I'm saying giving more road frontage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't see this. Hold on. How do I?
Hit that polygon. Oh, you're going to get out of it. You can't scroll down and see it. That's annoying. Let me think. Keep going and we'll go back to this one.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
Start at the other side of the road and then that way it works up and you'll delete it.
Over here?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just keep drawing.
I see what you're saying.
Start down there.
Well, I can keep going. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. What do you think down here, though? What are we going to end up doing?
Kind of. I mean, this is like the top of the other across the road like you did almost. It's kind of like that.
All right, let's try to get these around to... Got to make sure we get 2.5 acres. Okay, there we go. All right, then we're here. We're going to get a little more creative. We're going to go like this probably. I think I want to keep this a little thinner, like a pie shape almost, so I can get 2 more parcels. So I'm thinking about doing 2 more parcels front to back. I want to make sure we have enough road frontage on that. What is that? The west side of the land. Okay, so we have an issue here. We're under our target here, Dan. Oh shoot, I even messed that up more. I think I can't hit this. Hold on.
Can you move that?
No, we got to be able to drag this or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What happens when you hit that tool down, Ron?
What tool down?
The tool button that pops them up, the measuring stick tool on the right, bottom right of your screen. Yeah.
Oh, that? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, 1.95. Sorry about that, guys. Should know how to use our own software. But the 5.21 we wanted gone too. Okay. It's not letting me click that. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's just draw one right here. All right. Oh, shoot. Did I just delete two? Oh,
Right.
All right. Let's start back over here. I'm going to draw one more. Hold on one second. We got a few more minutes as we're finished up. Any questions in there, Dan, as we're going?
Well, no, you're not going to be able to delete that.
Yeah, it's not a good idea, huh?
Draw a real one.
All right, cool.
All right, now draw a thick one at the top.
All right, let's go up top. So we're going to try to give some more road frontage. Before we did a flag shape, I want to give myself, and as you're going through here, you guys can see on the top right of my screen, with any parcel, I want to give it about 150 feet of road frontage, and it's thickening it up back there. So I'm going to do like this. We're going to just make it a little thinner as we go back here to give us some area there. We want to keep this not huge, but there is enough room for a mobile home here. There's enough room for a house here. This is a really solid parcel. I'm going to get rid of this 0.47. All right, now we're good. All right, now we're rolling. All right. I think I'm just going to go here, Dan, for now. I'm just going to go right through the creek.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not mess with that. We can do it almost. We can take a little bit of the backside. All right, cool. 5.32. And now we're going to just do a bunch of small parcels. I don't think I want to. Should I add one more here, Dan? Like 200. Let's go 200 feet of road frontage and take it straight back. I think I might be able to fit. Okay. I actually like that. Okay, so that's 2.89. I like that we got a little smaller there. And then we have like, we're not going to be able to get more than 2. How much acreage do I have left, do you think? This is thinner. Let's see if that's enough. I don't know if I have enough acreage, honestly, guys. Yeah, I don't think I am. All right.
Why don't you like that?
I'm just not going to have enough. I can't go under. That's under our target. So we're just going to go over top right there. And that will be our last parcel here. But essentially what we're going to do, and what I want to do here is let's delete this one real fast. All right. Let me real fast write down 6.35, 3.93. Give me a second. I'm going to write this on my Google Doc and then we're going to have it. 6.35. I'm just going to round actually. No, let's go 6, 4, 3.5, 3, 3, 2.5. I'm just kind of writing down this document on the other sheet. I'll show you guys in a second. Six, 2.5. Hold on. 2.5, 6, 5, 3, 5. All right, cool. All right. So now what we're going to do here, Dan, because we're going to get a lot of money out of these. So what we're going to do essentially, like this parcel is going to be worth 18. And we're going to start doing some math here. 18 times 6, Dan. 18 times 6, 108. 108. And this is, I don't want to say this is conservative. I don't want to say this is 72. And I'm just doing up here, guys. Like we have our price per acres, we think up there, 3.5 times 18, 54, 63. This is K. So all these are K. This is 54. This is 54. 54. This is 2.5 times 22,000, 44, 55. That doesn't make much sense. Let's say 50. 6 is 108 again. 5 is 90, I believe. 90. And again, I'm just taking this is not exact by any means. This is not exact, guys, what you're going to get out of this, but we're going to have a really good idea of this. So if we just do this math real fast, how do I do this fast, Dan? I'll just do it on the calculator. So 108. Actually, we can just do it here. 108 plus 72 is 180. 243. What is that? 243. 297. 251. 351. 401. 509. 599. 653. 53. Is that right, guys? 743? Holy moly. Okay, actually, that's actually makes sense. Equals 743K. So what we have to break this down, guys, we have 44 acres that we were theoretically buying at market value for about $400,000. So 44 acres.
Selling at market value, right? You said?
No, I mean, selling, buying, whatever. Like we could buy this at market value. 44 acres equals 400K essentially. Once you subdivide that, we're turning the value of this land from what we believe to be anywhere from like 4 to 450, somewhere in there, to 743. You take this and like you start buying properties like this for 80% of market value. You're buying these for $320,000. Like you can 2.5 extra money. But this is what subdivides look like that are done really well. Obviously, shoot, I just closed that. Gosh darn it. Obviously, a lot of things went our way on this. Really good land, everything like that. But you want to look at it like looking at the price of smaller lots is really important. Knowing what lots to split it into. We really wanted smaller lots for this subdivide because we saw how much more per acre smaller lots were selling. Anything to add, Dan, before we get off of here, though?
No, that's the gist of it. You take a big parcel, you buy it for a low price per acre, you split it up, and you get what percentage higher is that? Around 400, 743. You almost freaking double it.
Yeah, you almost double your money at market value, honestly. Real fast, let's get through a couple questions here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. We obviously I could talk about this for hours. Do you guys have any suggestions on making sure you don't end up targeting properties that are too deep, other than multiple staggered filtered searches with different road frontage minimums? Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to build a custom list, honestly, Philip, where it's road frontage based on how much, how big your acres is. And that's what you're going to find. Like I was doing earlier, when I was looking it up, I was doing like 30 to 100 acres and 1,000 feet of road frontage. The issue is you have 80 acres with only 1,000 feet of road frontage. It's not great. So staggering, like you said, building a list with different road frontage based on the acreage size, it varies with that though. Well, I got really good results when I did like 20 to 40 with 1,000 feet minimum.
Yeah.
When you're getting a little higher, you probably need a little more road frontage. All right. Would you list 6+ acres and market it with ability to divide it in 2 parcels? No, I wouldn't. Just market the 6 acres. Can you buy land? Can you buy land on seller finance that's subdivided and flip it to other buyers? Owner finance. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever. I mean, that's creative. Obviously, there's a lot going on there, but yeah, I'm sure you can figure it out. What about the impact fees and bringing in utilities? You don't need to bring utilities for stuff like these type of deals.
You could get perk tests though.
Yeah, you definitely could get perk tests, but you're going to have a survey fee, maybe $5,000-$7,000 for a survey. Utilities, these are minor subdivides. That's the key, Marcelino. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The key is doing minor subdivides where you don't have to, there's not as many restrictions on what you need to do for the land. We're not adding driveways, anything like that. Minor subdivides is the key. Other than that, guys, we do have to hop in our other call. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe, like the video. We'll